Stacey J. I just thought I'd jump on quickly because I'm about to upload, I think, the first video I started for the Sew Along with the Sewing Revivals, the Mallard coat. Okay, so I picked up my fabric, and I have also picked out the fabric for the collab I'm doing with Julie Sews Her Own Clothes. So I'm a bit excited. I'm like doing two things at once. Well, actually, I'm doing a heck of a lot more. A, I'm a mum, and B, I'm a female. Am I allowed to say that? No, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? Anyway, so I am just looking at one of the videos I made a couple of days ago in regards to the Mallard, and I am going to edit it and pop it on for tonight. It is almost 7 p.m. here in the land of the long white cloud, and just saying, it's living up to its reputation. But today it's got a little bit of blue skies. It reached a maximum of 15 degrees today. Woohoo! So I'm sitting in my living room. I know it's an unusual place for me to be recording, but I'm sitting in my living room and in my dining room. I'll pick a room that's right. And I'm about to go and sit down on the nice, soft, cozy couch and edit the first part of this Mallard coat sew along. Are you as excited as I am? I am so excited to do this. Yeah, I'm not drunk. I sound a little bit. Speaking of, I was about to say speaking of drunk. Speaking of drunk, I've got to do that game that Erin sews put on with her husband. I want to say his name's Adam. Yeah, I'm going to say his name's Adam. Might not be. But anyway, it is, yeah, it is. Chris just said, it is now. Yeah, he's eating dinner. So, yeah, let's take a seat back and have a look at the first part of the sew along that I have decided. Any questions after this, please jump on. If there's something that you think I should have mentioned, didn't mention while I was doing the recording. Obviously not while I'm sitting here because there's probably lots I should mention. I'll put a link below to the Sewing Revival and to the Mallard coat again. And don't forget, let's duck on. Okay. See you soon. Bye. It's Stacey and you're in my studio. And today I'm going to start with the basics of, well, I guess selecting the size of the pattern that you want. I know that a few people wanted me to start with sizing and measuring, so that's where I'm going to start with today. Firstly, before I start, I want to tell you what I do with patterns. I respect my patterns, so I actually don't cut them. Not saying the people that cut them disrespect their patterns. I think it's the financial side of it. It costs me, I think, $15 each time I get one printed on AO. And imagine the time I save getting AO versus printing it out on A4 at home. So I do that. Now, when I trace out my patterns, I'm just looking for the other pins, sorry. There might be one more pin yet. When I trace out my patterns, I do a tracing out on a few different things, a few different surfaces. That was a battle. This white stuff here, which looks like violin, tastes like violin, smells like violin. Okay, this white stuff here is frosting mat. Okay, you can see through it. So it is really, really brilliant to trace out your patterns if you want to trace out them. If you cut them, you cut them. It's none of my business. But at the end of the day, what I do to a pattern, I need to have the original. Okay, so I always trace. Even when I'm making something for a client, I always trace out the original pattern. I never cut their pattern. Okay, so this is frosting mat. In New Zealand, we get it from the warehouse. It is $10 a roll. I don't know how many meters, but a lot more meters than what you would pay for violin, which is usually shivers, $1 a metre, maybe less. Hang about. I'll just go and get one. I haven't opened one of the packets of these. I've got 2 packets. Okay, so I'm back. It's Kiwi Garden frost cloth, 1 metre wide and 25 metres long. Okay, so 25 metres, $10 a metre. You do the maths, right? And it's 30 GSM. So for those that don't know what GSM is, it's the thickness of the fabric, whether it be paper or fabric or plastic or cardboard. Everything comes with, well, it comes with a GSM. You know, it protects trees and shrubs. But anyway, so it's frosting that, and that's what I use. Now, I was with Mum, I think, the first time we ever bought it, and we both sort of looked at each other. Well, she probably looked at me more because she knew what it was. Looked at each other and went, why not? Let's give it a burl in the old FJ. So we use that. Sorry, that's an ad. So this is what we use. So we just got some more. I also use grease-proof paper, not baking paper, grease-proof paper. But I buy it in bulk in a store we call More Wilson's, or as my girlfriend likes to call it, Moores and Wilson's. More Wilson's, which is big, A0 size? No, it's smaller than that. But it's commercial grade, so it's commercial paper. And I also use the trusty roll. Not that drawer. Yes, this drawer. Grease-proof paper. Okay, and look how short that roll is. So could you imagine if I'm doing some floaty and how many times I'd have to stick that together? Hence the reason I got myself a bargain by buying the bigger sheets of paper. Today, I think I'm going to trace out the fur. Okay, we've all heard me say fur and bird a million times. Okay, I was about to say duck. The Mallard coat, I'm going to trace it out in the cloth. And when I do any alterations to it, I would do it in one of these. But today I'm not doing alterations. I'm going to cut standard as, and we are going to make the Mallard up straight and personal. Okay, so no gushing off the side. I am, however, I'll be actually tracing it out twice, and one will be set aside for me to habilitation, the pattern for my collab with Julie from Julie Sews Her Own Clothes. Okay, so I'm going to set myself up now. I'm going to find the pattern in amongst my reels of patterns, and we're going to go from there. Oh, and I'll measure myself up. Okay, so I'll do that in a minute, but let me set myself up first. Okay, thanks. See you in a sec.